My school system started with the BYOD program 3 or 4 years ago. We decided to allow our students to bring their own devices to school to be able to use those. And now that we've had it for quite a few years, the students are used to what they can do and what they can't do, and how to use them as well appropriately in the classroom. I want to show you how I've used the BYOD program to enhance my teaching. You see on the screen here, Doceri. This is an interactive whiteboard app that you can get on your iPad, and I used it on my iPad to make notes for students to teach them how to do the math that they need to learn this year. And then they will take those items, or I took those items and I put them on my teacher webpage, and they come down over here on the side depending on what course they're taking, 8th grade math or algebra 1. They're all 8th grade students, and they select the unit that they are working on. They'll also know what section of the unit they're on, and you can see here that this is the first video for 5.1 in the 3rd unit on how to compare rational numbers. They start the video, they can play the video, they can pause the video, they can take notes off of the video, whatever they need to do. After they are finished watching the video, so after they've watched the video, then it's up to them to practice. They're given practice worksheets, and those are also included here on the website in case they lose their copy. It's just a PDF file that they can go to. This is their outline. It shows them here that they need to, if they're working on lesson 5.1, then the first thing they do is watch a video, and we give them a little checkbox. When they're finished, they check it and then practice it. It'll say or and after it. Or means that they have the choice to practice on iExcel, and I give them the specific lesson they need to do, and they need to be at a 90% or higher on it, and I feel comfortable with them taking a quiz. Or they can do the skills practice, which is attached to this PDF, and then once they're finished with those things, then they take the quiz. If they get 4 out of 5 usually right on the quiz, then I feel confident they understand the material, and they move on to the next one. If they don't get 4 out of 5, we talk about misconceptions, or we will let them go back and do more practice if they feel like they need to, go back and rewatch videos, and then they'll come back up and retake the quiz. Same material, different questions. Then they'll go on to 5.2 and so on. If by practice it says and, that means they have to do both things listed. But most of them are an or option. Some of them don't have iExcel lessons because there's not a lesson for them. Some of them don't have the hand practice because we had a difficult time finding those. But most of them have both options, giving the students options. So the BYOD comes in, we don't have enough technology for our kids to use each individually. So with them having their own device available to them, then they can use it to watch the videos to get their instruction. Also, this is self-paced instruction, meaning I have students right now currently on the last quiz for the year. They'll be finishing up 8th grade content, moving on to algebra content to get a head start for next year. And I still have some that are still working in Unit 1, but the students don't move on until I feel like, and that they have shown that they've mastered the content that is required. So the challenge then is for your school to accept the BYOD, and not in some big written out form where you have to fill out papers when you use it, but to accept it fully, knowing the students are going to text every once in a while, knowing they're maybe on a website they shouldn't be, but also knowing that if they get caught, there are consequences. Their devices can be taken away for the week, for the month, or for the rest of the year. And once those privileges have been lost, they can't be regained.